10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, TKL, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. TKL and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 laps and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Hour 1 here on the Swain Event is brought to you by Hitler Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, right here live from the Low T Center studio. I'm going to pull Elijah Simmons this morning. Chili hot, coach. Chili hot. Chili hot. Chili hot. Where's my coffee? Ben, you got your coffee? You ready to go this morning?
I've always got my coffee, kind of.
NFL schedule released. The toughest schedule. Your Pittsburgh Steelers.
False. The second toughest, according to Warren Sharp. Tomato, tomato.
Big time revenge matchups during the NFL season. Tom Brady going back to New England. You got Sam Darnold facing off against his old squad there with the Jets.
Week 1.
You got DeAndre Hopkins. You got J.J. Watt facing off against Houston. I like to see it.
I do too.
I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be fun to watch.
Our Bears and Steelers play on a Monday Night Football.
Oh, yeah, November the
something.
Oh, I saw it. I thought about tweeting you, but
I saw it and I thought about tweeting you.
uh-huh.
I was like, we'll talk about it in the morning.
Oh, please believe I got that one circled.
Why? What did I do to you for you to circle that?
You didn't do anything to me. We boys, man, but still. I got that one circled.
I do wish Andy Dalton was going to be the quarterback for that one and not Justin Fields.
Oh no, man, y'all getting Fields. By then he's gonna be he's gonna be the starter. He's gonna be comfortable. He'll be broke right on in.
Yeah. He may be comfortable by that point in the season, but he won't be comfortable playing the Steelers because TJ Watt's going to be breathing down his neck all game long.
Oh, we doing this already. Oh,
Yeah, we doing this already.
You talking trash already, huh?
You want to talk about, I got it circled on my calendar.
That's all I said, just got a circle. That means I'm
Buddy.
looking forward to the game.
No, I know what you mean.
If you
You're not
want to go,
slick.
if you want to go there, we
Oh,
can
I'm
go
going there. You're not slick. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward. We got Devin Bush back this year after his torn ACL. Alex Highsmith's going to have a breakout sophomore season. He's going to be better than Bud Dupree.
I can't wait to Ben throws about 4 picks in this game.
Ooh,
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Hey,
November the 8th.
Is that where is
on
that?
a Monday Night Football
Where is that?
at Pittsburgh.
At Pittsburgh?
That's right. Squirting
so-
all y'all's ketchup on the field. All your Heinz ketchup on the field.
See, I don't know if Justin Fields, who he can't even go through his progressions as is. How's he going to be able to go through his progressions in front of the best fans in the NFL?
Hey, I think he'll be all right, man. He got his defense going up against washed Ben Roethlisberger. It'll be good.
And just remember,
Washed.
Big Ben may throw 4 interceptions,
Washed.
but he's going to throw about 6 touchdowns.
No, he
He's
won't.
going to even it out.
Khalil Mack gonna baptize him.
Please, Khalil Mack. More like Lil Mac.
He gonna baptize him.
More like a
And Big
Khalil
Ben
Sack.
may need it.
No. Big Ben is a changed human. He gave up.
I'm just kidding, man.
You know what? A long time ago.
I'm just kidding. But he will get baptized.
No, the only person going to be being baptized is Justin Fields.
Listen.
Did you see what the Steelers defense, the same Steelers defense, did to the number 1 overall pick, who is infinitely better than Justin Fields?
I just remember the last game.
Okay, that's cute. You
I
can throw
remember-
your little shots. You can try to
I
get
just
your
remember the
jokes.
last Steelers game.
That-
Big Ben threw like 4 or 5 interceptions.
That's cute.
Defense was
You
trash.
can get your jokes off. You can appease the listeners. You can appease Volstorm. You can get your little likes here and there. The truth of the matter is the Browns
I
are
ain't tweeting
much
anything,
better than the Bears.
I ain't tweeting.
The other truth of the matter is that the defense is not the one who gave up all those points. Big Ben's the one who threw the pick 6. Marquise Pouncey's the one that snapped it 20 feet over his head. The Steelers' offense is the one that put the Steelers' defense in a bad spot. So just remember what the Steelers' defense, the same Steelers' defense that you were calling trash, did to Joe Burrow twice
Washed.
last
Big
year.
Ben
Joe
is washed.
Burrow,
Defense trash.
Joe Burrow,
You want trash talk?
infinitely
Let's
better
trash talk.
than Justin Fields. Joe Burrow, infinitely better than Justin Fields. And as a rookie, the Steelers' defense made Joe Burrow look like he has never played football in his life. I can't wait to see what they do to somebody who is infinitely worse and can't go through progressions in Justin Fields.
Infinitely worse than Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Okay.
You heard it.
Okay.
Justin
Monday,
Fields
November the 8th.
couldn't hold Joe Burrow's jockstrap. Joe Burrow didn't even play at Ohio State, and he's the better Ohio State quarterback than Justin Fields.
Who's your quarterback?
You-
Joe
you-
Burrow or Ben Roethlisberger?
Comparing him to Justin Fields,
You
Joe Burrow.
You show bragging on Joe Burrow like he's your quarterback.
No, I'm just letting you know how the Steelers defense treated somebody who's better than your quarterback and how that's going to reciprocate into what they're going to do against your quarterback.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's out there playing by
Baptized.
himself.
You want to talk about Big Ben being baptized? Justin Fields is going to be baptized just the same
gonna
way
see. We gonna
the
see.
Steelers baptized Joe Burrow twice last year.
Just put it on your calendar.
And Joe Burrow was going to win Rookie of the Year until the Bengals got him killed.
Are you a Bengals fan or a Steelers fan, Ben?
No, I'm just saying
Which
that Joe
one?
Burrow's better than Justin Fields. You can twist that if you want. I'm saying Joe Burrow's better
Brag
than
on
Justin
your own
Fields.
quarterback.
We're talking about the Steelers defense, though.
Brag on your own quarterback.
I do. I took up for him a second ago. You started this. I was going to be nice. I wasn't even going to say anything.
I just said I got it circled on the calendar.
No,
That's it.
You're an instigator, Swain.
Oh, my God.
You gave me that side eye. You were talking yesterday about how I give you a look when I say something. You gave me the same look.
I got it circled. That's it, Ben. That's all I said. That's it.
We knew what you meant. We knew what you meant by that.
Nah, man.
Yes.
Means I'm looking forward to the game.
Yes. I know I was excited to see the schedule released. Feels like football's around the corner. I don't know. At least it does to me. According to Warren Sharp of Sharp Football, he does a lot of football analytics, viewed as one of the best analytics persons in the sport. The 5 easiest schedules, 49ers have the easiest. Broncos second, Browns third, Dolphins fourth, the Bucks fifth. The 5 hardest schedules, the Bengals the 5th toughest, the Lions the 4th toughest, the Texans the 3rd toughest, the Steelers the 2nd toughest, and the Raiders have the toughest schedule in the league. I thought this was interesting. The toughest start to the season, the Eagles. The easiest start, the Jaguars. And the Jaguars open with what is it? The Texans?
I hope they go.
No. They open with the.
It's 17.
I think they open
Extra
with the
game this
Texans. Yeah, the Jaguars and Texans. They play each other week 1. So the Jaguars have the easiest start. The Steelers have the toughest end to the season, and then the Colts have the easiest end to the season. The Titans' strength of schedule is somewhere in the middle.
Y'all complaining, Titan? What the Titans fans complaining about today?
I can't tell on this graph.
What the Titans fans complaining about? Ooh, week 1, Titans. Ooh.
The Titans, according to this, have the 13th easiest schedule.
Yeah, week 1 they got the Cardinals though.
That'll be a fun game.
Oh, it will be at Tennessee. You know, they went on and put the Bears, prime time, 8:20, week 1, against the Rams,
How many primetime games do the Bears have?
I don't know. I didn't count. I honestly don't know. My attention has been on Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams potentially not being with the Packers. I've had my popcorn. I've been instigating that. You tell them, Aaron Rodgers. You tell them. They don't appreciate you. Leave them. Find somebody better. Find somebody that loves you and appreciates you, Aaron Rodgers. They don't appreciate you. You know what, Devontae? Go with him, too. You need to get them out of the NFC North, man. I'm tired of them.
You have 4 primetime games.
They just want to see Justin Fields.
Steelers have, with a washed-up quarterback, 5. Ha! Take that.
Ooh.
The only reason the Bears have a 4th is because one of them is against the Steelers. So they need to send a gift basket this morning that they get to be on primetime TV because they get to associate themselves with the best organization in professional football.
Yeah. I think I play the Ravens on one of those prime times. Lamar going to toast you.
Please. Lamar
going to
toast
quarterback. He's going to toast you. Yep.
Everybody talk about, the Ravens got better at the receiver position. Okay, did Lamar's arm get better all of a sudden as well? Can Lamar throw the football better now? Is he going to be able to get the ball to those receivers?
Man, I never heard of an MVP get slandered like from you.
Also,
MVP.
And then turned around and lost in the first game of the playoffs because he can't throw the ball.
Couldn't be me, man.
Also, should I or should I not point out that the same coach who coached Tennessee's receivers this past season is now coaching the receivers for the Ravens.
No, T. Martin ain't a bad receiver coach.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah,
everybody was messing with T after the season about the receivers this season, so I'm just messing around. That's a joke. Nobody take that seriously, please.
Everybody was trash last season for Tennessee. Good coaches couldn't coach. Everybody was bad. I think we know why. Angela, I knew Angela was going to come with it. Bengals fan, representing up there in Kentucky. She says Ryan Finley beat the Steelers, Ben. It was not Joe Burrow twice. Check Ben. That's what I'm talking about, Angela. Titans Chiefs. That's what Daniel's waiting for. October the 24th, 2021. Let's go. Miss Tennessee Vol says, dang, Ben triggered this morning. Can't be talking about Ben's little Steelers. You know, he get bad.
It's called having fun.
John K says, this is just a reminder that the Steelers started 11-0, only to lose their last 4 out of 5 games and to get embarrassed at home by the Cleveland Browns. Who's your quarterback, Ben?
Who said that?
John K from South Carolina.
Hasn't John K admitted that he's a Panthers fan? The only person who can make fun of me are Browns fans. I will not hear otherwise. D. Cody can say something because my Steelers laid an egg to the Washington football team, but at the end of the day, D. Cody still takes an L because his football team don't even have a name.
Andy says Ben swinging on Joe's jock like Tarzan. Oh, that's you right there, Ben. Get off Andy. Get off Joe Burrow's jock. He ain't your quarterback. You wish he was, though.
Only you could move the goalposts for that swing. We were talking about how the Steelers' defense was going to get toasted, and I was reminding you of what the Steelers' defense did to a number 1 overall pick.
He have offensive line.
Okay. And the Bears do?
He's better than the Browns.
You mean the Bengals?
Bengals?
I don't know. Debatable.
What you mean you don't know?
It's got a Bears logo on it, therefore it's worse.
Oh, my gosh. Who's on the phone?
C-Mac, who said he has a Reese's peanut butter cup in his mouth, so hopefully he's done with that by now.
C-Mac, who eats a Reese's for breakfast? You in Atlanta, man, at least go to Madison City, get you some wings. If you're going to get outside the box for breakfast. C-Mac, you there?
Mr. Swain.
Yes.
This is not C-Mac.
Is this Dave Toner?
It is.
I can't tell. Everybody's voice sounds different right now.
This man is about to do
it. It is.
This dude,
how are you this morning?
He's about to do a Dave Toner impersonation.
I think it actually is Dave Toner.
I'm good, C-Mac.
I don't know who it is.
It's Daytona.
Oh, my bad, Dave Toner. Good morning, man.
Y'all sounded the same.
So, what did you do this morning when you went and picked up Ben? Did you stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get an extra dose of instigating in your coffee?
No, Ben drove himself this morning.
Finally got my car back.
You got it back.
Thank gosh.
So I just happened to turn on the show a few minutes late, and I heard you dogging my Steelers.
Yep.
Sir?
Ben started it.
You started. You made the first comment.
Ben started it, Swain?
Yep. He started it, man.
This is why it's called the Swain Event, because Swain makes the first comment to instigate. He makes the comment about the Steelers defense, and then everybody comes after me when I have a retort. I'm the one who's triggered. I'm the emotional one. It's all Ben, that just stupid little millennial. That's why it's the Swain Event and will forever.
You're not even a millennial.
I don't know what I am.
You're the next group over.
What's that, Gen X?
Yeah, you one of them.
Oh, well, that's stupid Gen X. That's stupid Ben. He's just young and don't know what he's talking about.
Ben, all I said was I have the date circled. That's it.
No,
That's not trash talk, Ben.
Daytona isn't. See, we know Swain
That's
like
not
the back of our
Daytona,
hand.
C-Mac.
I think it is Daytona.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is Daytona. Because, well, I was confused because it sounded like how C-Mac sounded yesterday, and I was like, is this C-Mac? And Daytona, I think this is Daytona, did not correct me. All he said was, I got a Reese's peanut butter in my mouth.
Why would you call into a radio show with stuff in your mouth?
Interesting.
Why you instigating my fellow Yinzer?
See, Daytona, when he says, I had the game scheduled, he's looking for a reaction, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's poking you.
Thank
you.
you.
I just have the game scheduled. It's my team versus your team. That's it.
Innocent. Don't play
innocent.
innocent.
So, hey, guys, is the game in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Where's the game? Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yes, C-Mac.
All right, Joe Fields.
Joe Fields.
Sally Fields. So I think what we should do, guys,
Go to the game?
I should either come up to Knoxville and us go out and watch that game together, or I think the three of us should get together and go to Pittsburgh and watch the game.
I'm not driving with y'all in the car. Y'all gonna be pooting with the windows up. No.
Fly.
Y'all nasty. Nope. I ain't messing with y'all. I'm staying home. Especially you, Daytona.
Especially me.
Mm-hmm.
What I did.
Because you older, man. Y'all don't care. I was in the store yesterday, and I was on the aisle, and this old dude, he's just going to let it go. Sir, I'm right here. Sir, you don't see me? And he's just going to walk off. He's going to try to crop dust me. I'm not even joking, man. It's a true story. That's with my oldest daughter. She was like, really?
It stink?
I don't know how my mask on.
Swain, I'm not like that old, though. I'm like 54. I'm not like one of the silverheads.
It's like over
they walk around all through the store farting.
Yeah, but you can come to Knoxville and we can go watch the game. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. Well, I will circle my calendar then.
Oh, don't be trash talking, Daytona. That's trash talk.
Okay, Sally Fields.
All right, Daytona. Get Daytona up out of here, man. That trash talk. Trash talk like Butch Jones. Well, contrary to belief, we did not do cartwheels after winning 7 games. We're just happy.
Would you like to know? Did you also circle when you're playing the Lions?
Dude, I don't get excited about playing the Lions. I've been playing the Lions every year, twice a year for decades.
Yeah, but you and Triple O get to rekindle your rivalry.
Yeah, we'll see. Donovan21 says, can't wait to see the Patriots kill Tom Brady week 4. Donovan, you know that ain't happening. You know Tom Brady about to put them hands on the Patriots. They got the same team returning, man. It ain't happening. You got Cam Newton and whatever dude's name is from Alabama.
Mac Jones?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
They have an interesting quarterback room. Cam Newton, Auburn. Jarrett Stidham, Auburn. Mac Jones, Alabama.
Why would Daytona call with Reese's Pieces in his mouth?
Well, in his defense, I mean, it's not like he had them in his mouth when he was actually on the phone with you.
Yes, he did. His first words, I couldn't understand them.
I don't know. I thought he was trying to pretend like he was somebody else. He was acting.
Oh, you mean like pretend like he was funny?
Yeah, that too.
I'm messing with you, Daytona. 865-200-5503 is our telephone number here to the Swain event. Daytona, you come to Knoxville for Steelers-Bears game. We are going out. We watching it. And drinks on me. And not water. How about that? Let's do it.
Y'all play the Lions on Thanksgiving. Y'all the first game on Thanksgiving this year.
Whip-de-doo. Playing Lions on Thanksgiving. Great. I can go to sleep super early. After the Bears, Justin Fields put in work. C-Mac has hit the text box. We'll have to share what he had to say. He is not happy about Daytona being mistaken for C-Mac. You might even change your voice, C-Mac. 865-200-5503. Be right back.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503.
Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the Big Orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
time for Around the SEC this morning. Swain Event is fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Let me go ahead and give C-Mac his time here on text box. He says, y'all need to run me that apology for thinking Dave Tona would ever sound as intelligent or as sexy as my voice. I'm just saying, man, y'all kind of sound alike. Vol on the Street wants more plane landing on callers. Said land the plane on there, all of them. All right. Start landing the plane on them, Vol on the Street. You better get in with your point. This is a radio show. You ain't calling to talk to your homie, your buddy shooting the breeze. You better come in with a point. You hear that, Ben? I'm going to land the plane on myself. Everybody getting the plane today. All right, what you got for Around the SEC?
Arkansas head basketball coach Eric Musselman has hired Keith Smart as an assistant coach per release. Keith Smart is a former NBA head coach, so that seems to be a very nice hire for Arkansas. UAB transfer defensive lineman Tony Fair has committed to Auburn. Tony Fair, this defensive tackle from UAB, had 56 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 sack in 2 seasons at UAB. So Auburn picking up a transfer at defensive tackle. Vanderbilt has had another basketball player enter the transfer portal. This time it is Akeem Odusipe, something like that.
What is that?
Hakeem Odusipe. He has entered the transfer portal. He played sparingly as a freshman and was considered a developmental prospect who was unlikely to receive major minutes this upcoming season. He is the 7th player from Vanderbilt's roster to enter the transfer portal this season. Akeem Odusipe is a name that should be somewhat familiar to Tennessee fans and those here in Knoxville because he is from Knoxville Catholic and played on former Tennessee guard Bobby Mays' B-Mays Elite AAU team. He is a native from Nigeria, as you can tell with his name. He's played in 11 games as a reserve center, averaging a half a point a game and 1.2 rebounds. 6'9", 235 pounds, but just extremely raw. So several Vanderbilt basketball players have entered the portal this offseason. DJ Harvey transferred to Detroit. Maxwell Evans transferred to TCU. Cleveland Brown went to FIU. Isaac McBride went to Oral Roberts. Ejike Obina went to St. Joseph's. And the second best player on the team, maybe the best player on the team, Dylan Dessou, transferred to Texas. And then you also had Scottie Pippen Jr. declaring for the NBA draft. So big offseason for Jerry Stackhouse as his roster also will look significantly different. That's all I had from around the SEC. I did want to mention something on Rush Probst because it came out in the AJC that Valdosta is to reconsider.
AJC had a rough week.
Yes. they get a major for what? For their Colt Brennan headline 2 days ago. But Valdosta is reconsidering Rush Probst's firing. Rush Probst apparently isn't done as Valdosta's football coach. The Valdosta City Schools confirmed Wednesday morning that it will meet on Monday in a special meeting to revisit Probst's contract non-renewal. Warren Lee, a school board member who stood by Probst in the 5-3 vote to fire the coach on April 27th, made a motion at Tuesday night's board meeting that a called meeting take place to reconsider that decision. The called meeting is scheduled for Monday, according to an announcement. On the agenda, it reads, quote, revisit non-renewal of head football coach at VHS. Action required. This movement to reinstate Probst comes despite Valdosta's failure last week before the GHSA's Board of Trustees to overturn GHSA penalties, Georgia High School Sports Association, something like that, that resulted from allegations that Probst illegally enticed 5 players to transfer to Valdosta. Most damaging was a secret audio recorded by Valdosta's former Booster Club director, on which Probst discusses using Booster Club money to pay rent or utilities for potential transfer athletes. The GHSA fined Valdosta $7,500, declared 5 players ineligible, forced Valdosta to forfeit 7 2020 football victories, and banned the team from the 2021 playoffs.
And they still standing by him?
Yep. And Probst is still under investigation for those allegations by the Georgia Professional Standards Commission, which can pull teaching certificates. Probst couldn't coach in Georgia in 2019 while his certificate was suspended following his firing at Colquitt County. He regained his certificate on appeal in 2020 and called it vindication, saying his Colquitt County ouster was unjust. Probst has not commented publicly since allegations were made in February.
I saw where the interim coach down there is Shelton Felton.
Shelton Felton.
Man, ESPN needs to do like a Where Are They Now special. Like all the coaches who were like, all the coaches and staff members that were fired from Tennessee during the NCAA and findings from the law firm. Here about, 5-10 years. Just see what they're doing now. Shelton Felton probably is going to be a high school football coach. I don't know what Brian Niedermeyer is going to be doing. Last time I heard he was maybe selling some insurance. I don't know. And then Pruitt's going to be a coordinator or something in the NFL. And then the people there in the recruiting office, who knows what they'll be doing. They'll probably be like accountants or something. Or YouTube stars. Who knows? But that series will be good. They are still standing beside Rush Probst. I think we need to protect Rush Probst at all costs. What's wrong with your face, Ben? You got some boo-boo in your top lip? Why you making that face? Huh? We have to protect Rush Probst, Ben. He is our witness. He is the key witness of taking Alabama and Georgia down. He's important to us, Ben.
Who cares? Nothing's going to come of it. It never does.
We need Rush Probst. We need to put him in protective custody. They need to move in with you. Don't you got an extra bedroom?
No. You do, though.
No, I don't. No, I do not. We need to protect Rush Probst. We need to change his name, give him one of those fake mustaches, give him a toupee, disguise him, give him a new identity. Let him stay in like Vano or something. Protect him. He's our key witness. We got to take down Alabama and Georgia. He's willing to sing. You know what? That's probably a bad idea. He's Pruitt's boy. He probably knows stuff about Tennessee too. And we do have 2 players. We had 2 players from his program. You know what? Scratch that. I mean, just landing the plane on myself. That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. That's bad. Hey, Ben, can we take that part out of the podcast?
No.
Just take that part out. That was a bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Chip Payne says they are trying to protect what goes on behind the scenes involving paying players, and that man definitely knows where the bodies are buried between Bama and Georgia. No, I think he knows what the bodies are buried with more teams in Bama and Georgia. Yep. I think Rush Probst knows all about a lot of folks. Because he does the same thing. He just does it in high school. Did it at Hoover. Did it at Colquitt County. Doing it at Valdosta. Cheating goes on in high school. It
Never.
happens. It happens. It happens. John K. on text box says, dang, is Madison City open at 7:15? The question is, does Madison City ever close? See, they got to think about that way.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
So you've been?
During the day. Yeah, I've been. Multiple times, Ben. Had a great time, actually. Fantastic time. 865-255-03 is our telephone number. But yeah, I saw the walk-off win for the Lady Vol softball team over Bama.
You just gonna ruin my Atta girl? That we're about to do in 3 minutes.
Oh. It's not a secret though. I mean, it's all over Twitter.
But we have not talked about it on the show, Swain. No, that was really cool.
What's wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Why are you so mad this morning?
What's wrong with you? My chili's hot this morning.
You
Leave me
backed
alone.
up? You backed up? You good, man? What's wrong, man?
My chili's hot. Ruining. Trying to throw shade at my Steelers.
Ben.
Ruining my Atta girl. Next, you're gonna steal my touchdown turnover answer and steal my for what?
I mean, it's like number one Tennessee news, man.
No, the number one Tennessee news is that Lindsey Nelson Stadium is going to be checkered on Saturday.
No, it's not.
Folks did not like that.
Some
what do we know it's not?
It's not going to be checkered. I hope it would be, but it's not going to be. Come on, Ben.
Why? Why would it not be?
Because people are not going to participate.
They always participate.
They don't.
They did it in Elam. They did it in Thompson Bowling. They're going to do it on Saturday.
I believe when I see it.
That's the number one Tennessee news.
I hope they checker it. I think checkering the stands is like one of Tennessee's advantages. Like no one else can do it. Like no one else can pull it off. Kentucky uses the checkerboard, but it looks terrible. It's what is it, like black and blue or dark blue and blue?
Yeah,
it's ugly.
Kentucky can't make up its mind what color scheme they want to go with. Do you want to be black and blue or do you want to be blue and white? Like what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean they use checkerboard with their basketball. I mean, look all right.
They have checkerboard like around their baseball stadium as well.
I mean, all right.
They want to be like Tennessee.
Well, Kentucky actually did it first, but
shut up.
Fresno State does it. Red and white. But like, I don't understand why we don't checkerboard more things around here. I don't get it. Like, get rid of them ugly 2 stripes on the pants. Get rid of that and bring back the 2015 pants. Checker along the pant leg. Checker the crowd. Like, I don't understand why folks so grumpy about that. They don't want to do it
because Tennessee has lost.
So they haven't lost in baseball. They're kicking butt in baseball. People should be happy to checker. Checker the baseball stadium.
Everything goes back to football. Everybody gets triggered about everything.
So miserable, man. Folks are really miserable. I think it's a great idea.
I think it is as well.
It'd be even better if they provided shirts. But, we got to get that budget up before we start doing that now. Shirts ain't cheap.
They're actually giving out shirts tomorrow night.
To everybody?
If I read my email correctly that they sent out yesterday when they announced that they were checking the cream baseball jersey.
Ooh.
Apparently, let me here it is. Tennessee baseball announces checker Lindsey Nelson on Saturday, Jersey Friday.
Oh.
The series kicks off on Friday with jerseys on the seats. Every seat in the grandstands will include a jersey featuring either a throwback VFL T-shirt jersey design or the fan favorite Cream Vols T-shirt jersey.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just 5,000, roughly 5,000 people. It's different than 90,000 people giving them T-shirts.
They're not doing it for the bleachers, so they're only doing it for the seat.
Okay, gotcha.
The grandstand.
Gotcha.
But still,
that's not the biggest news, Ben.
Bigger news than salt. No, I'm kidding.
All right, you better be careful.
I love softball. You know I do, so don't even go there with me.
You the one that almost said it, Ben, not me.
It was a joke.
Volstorm says double stripes are clean. I expect better from you, Swain.
I like the double stripe.
That's fine.
I prefer the checkerboard.
I wore them. I don't like them.
I prefer the checkerboard down the side, like you're saying.
I like the checkerboard better.
But I do too. But I don't dislike. I don't think they're trash. The double stripes
compared to checkerboard. The trash.
That's fair.
Checkerboard is awesome on the pant leg. I love it. Might be the best thing Butch Jones did when he was here. Best thing he's done. Now, he did other good things too.
Swain, if you're one of the first 50 fans on Sunday, you'll receive a voucher for a free lemonade from Tony's Lemonade Stand, which will feature lemonade made with fresh lemons and inspired by head coach Tony Vitello's very own lemonade stand, which he briefly launched in 2018.
Can I put some vodka in it?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm sold. Sold.
You can also take the kiddos. Sunday's Kids Days activities include free ice cream scoops for the first 75 kids ages 12 and under. Color me pennants and make your own orange and white bracelet, all while supplies last.
Imagine those folks that pick at everything. They be like, ice cream for my kids. My kids are lactose. My kids are lactose. Like, how insensitive is Tennessee?
Ice cream at a baseball game? That's what Cracker Jacks are for.
Oh my gosh. What about hot dogs?
Most importantly,
it's 40 degrees outside. Who wants to eat ice cream? What are we, Jonathan Combo or something?
Bob Shoop. The last sentence of this press release is the most important, though. This weekend's series against the Razorbacks is sold out.
Yes, sir.
Take that for data, Sam Pittman.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, Tina R. Get rid of the black cleats. I'm with you.
I'm with you on that, too.
I'm with you. If you ain't got black in uniform,
Don't wear black.
You should wear black cleats. Get rid of that. Please, Daddy. I know Daddy got some style, man. Please do something with that. Hypo, come on. I saw your dance moves in your birthday video. Come on, man. Please.
If you wear Smokey Gray uniforms, wear Smokey Gray cleats. If you wear black uniforms, wear black cleats. If you wear white and orange, wear white and orange cleats.
You say black uniforms, man?
Did I say that?
865-255-03. We will take a break here. And we have Attaboy. I want everybody to act surprised when Ben tells you our Attaboy and Attagirl for today. Swain Event, be right back.
At work, can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses. It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing. I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Highlight positivity here on the Swain Event. Time for Attaboy that is brought to you by Iris Networks. 90 days, no payment for business internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com. High quality fiber internet and voice. Reliable, local. Ben, please tell me something good that I've never heard about my entire life. Share the positivity with me this morning.
There's been a lot of talk about Dick Vitale on social media the last couple of days, and he gets an attaboy for why he has been the talk of social media the last couple of days, and that is because he has raised over $40 million for children's cancer research. I know we make fun of Dick Vitale quite a bit, but the fact that he has raised over $40 million, and I believe that's in his lifetime, not like within the last year or so, but the fact that he has done that is remarkable. He's a very passionate person. That is something that I do love about Dick Vitale and respect about Dick Vitale. He is passionate about everything in his life. I think we should all be passionate about the things we care about in our lives, and we shouldn't be afraid to show our passion, voice our passion, spread our passion to others, and say what you will about Dick Vitale. That is the one area you can't knock him on. He is a passionate person. He loves college basketball at the end of the day, just like most of us do. He cares about the game of college basketball, and he is just as passionate about raising money for children's cancer research, and he has raised over $40 million. I believe it's his lifetime that he's raised that much. I don't think it's that much over the last year or so. Regardless, he has been tremendous. And Dick Weiss, a national sports writer, he tweeted out that Dick Vitale should earn a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and I don't disagree. Dick Vitale has been awesome. So I wanted to highlight Dick Vitale. We get on him a bunch here on the show, and he catches a lot of flack on social media from everybody, not just us, but he deserves to be praised for that. The Tennessee softball team also deserves to be praised, Swain. That's because they beat Texas A&M yesterday in the SEC tournament 3-2, and they did so in dramatic fashion. Tennessee was losing 2-1 in the bottom of the ninth inning, I believe it was, and they had two runners on base, and Ivy Davis, who plays shortstop for Tennessee, she was a significant transfer addition this past offseason. She transferred from Arizona, and she has been tremendous all season long, and with her team down one run, I believe there was one out, two runners on base, she hit one to the wall in the left center gap, and one run was able to score and tie the game, and with it tied, Tennessee sent the winning run to the plate trying to end it, and A&M's throw was not good enough, so the winning run scored, and Tennessee won 3-2, and now they advance to face Arkansas today. So big shout out to Tennessee softball.
I would have preferred the slap bunt for the game winner, but that'll do.
I'm glad you didn't make that decision.
That'll do. I know, right? I know. Good thing I'm not the coach. I would have called a slap bunt, but hey, that's just because I like it. No, that's big time. Congratulations to the Lady Vols softball team and program.
Yes.
They've been constant, man.
They've
been probably the most consistent program in the last 15 to 20 years. I mean, they were good when I was playing.
Yep, they've been good at softball for as long as I've kind of been able to register the faces that associate with Tennessee softball. Now, to be fair, they've maybe taken a little bit of a step back, but they're still good.
I mean, they're either making a run for the World Series or the conference championships. It seems like every single year, and they may have a little dip here where like, oh, you know, might have some inexperience or something like that, but that program has always been at the top of their game, man, as long as I remember it. So from the time that I was playing, and you know, we had classmates that were on that team. I mean, they were competing for championships then with Monica Abbott, and you know, now they're doing the same thing, just you know, competing at a high level. So think about all the changeover with football. Think about basketball. We've had Buzz Peterson, Bruce Pearl, Conzo Martin, Donnie Tyndall. I mean, we're on our fifth coach. In basketball, you know, from 2003. And then football, you know, the number high there. You know, lady basketball, you know, Lady Vols have had some turnover, and obviously, you know, Pat Summitt passing away, but you had to fire Holly Warlick. So nothing with Tennessee softball, nothing at all. No drama, no changeover, no buyouts, nothing. Just competing, winning, graduating, doing everything the right way. So certainly deserves an attaboy, attagirl for what they've done over there with the softball program.
And I personally will always have a little extra appreciation for the softball program and the weeklies, because when I was first starting off taking journalism classes with T&J Tennessee Journalist, a student-run website there on campus that allows students to cover games and go to media availabilities and whatnot. It's the online version of the Daily Beacon, the internet, the website version of the Daily Beacon. It allows students to kind of start covering games and get their toes wet, and part of getting my toes wet were going over and covering a couple of softball games, and the weeklies, especially Ralph was one of the first coaches I kind of ever asked like a question to, and I mean I was nervous as anybody is kind of the first time around, and I mean, he was nothing but nice and understanding, and I'll always kind of have some extra feelings for the softball program for that, because they helped somebody that was nervous lessen their nerves moving forward.
865-255-03. Hour 2 is coming up. Stay with us.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help. When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown or turnover, back by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the place where you belong. Better rates and better service. At one point, this player was the highest graded defensive player on our team, according to Pro Football Focus. In the Indiana Bowl game, I mean, this guy had a really, really good game and was going to be one of the main starters last year for Tennessee entering the season. It didn't work out that way. Talking about Sean Schamberger, who is now in the transfer portal for the second time. My question today for touchdown turnover is that he transfers to an SEC school. Touchdown turnover. Do you think Sean Schamberger will transfer to an SEC school?
I say turnover. I think at this point, with as much flipping and flopping as he has done, and now he also has a bad rep for how he handles his business off the field. I just don't see an SEC team taking a chance on him. I guess theoretically a Vanderbilt would maybe take a chance on him, but Clark Lee doesn't strike me as a guy that would be willing to take on that type of personality as he tries to establish a culture there at Vanderbilt. I don't see Eli Drinkwitz doing that either. Maybe a Kentucky could handle him. Mark Stoops at least would think that he could handle him. And I think Mark Stoops could. Look, I know people hate Kentucky, but Mark Stoops is, to me, one of the best coaches in college football. What he's able to do each and every year with that Kentucky roster and squeeze and get the most out of that roster. He's one of the best coaches in college football, regardless of if he's the Kentucky head football coach or not. I could see Kentucky being a landing spot because that culture is already set.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, if you're Shane Beamer, why would you want to take on that personality?
Mm-hmm.
He's in that same beginning phase of building a program and a culture as Clark Lee and a Josh Heupel and an Eli Drinkwitz. Georgia, Sean Schamberger's not good enough to play at Georgia, and Sean Schamberger plays the star position, and Georgia picked up a transfer from West Virginia. I believe his name is Tyke Smith. He was an All-American this past year for West Virginia. He's going to be their starting star nickel for the Bulldogs. Florida, I don't think he's good enough to play at Florida either. So just by process of elimination, I say turnover. I think Sean Schamberger, if he's going to continue to play college football, he's going to have to transfer down, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to turn over too, man. I'm going to turn over too. And what I'm seeing is, there's been some transfers from Tennessee, but I think there's been transfers that the coaches have been like, hey, man, you know what? It's just like,
it's not worth it.
It's not you. It's me. It's me. It's not you. And it would be best if we go separate ways. And I think perception sometimes is everything. And, from the fan side of it and maybe from the media side of it, you see people leaving. And it's like, oh, my gosh, man, it's terrible. What's going on there? And I'm not saying it's great at all. We understand what's going on. But you would think that it's always the player making that decision. And sometimes it's just not. And same thing when it comes to recruits and things like that. When you have a player that decommits, maybe that school told him to walk. Maybe it's just not that player who decided to decommit. Maybe the coaches didn't feel like that it would be a good fit. So I think Schamberger needs a fresh start. I don't think it would be really best on either side if he remained a Tennessee Volunteer, unless he was like willing to 100% straighten up and totally change how he's done things in his career. But I wish him the best. I hope he goes somewhere and balls out and figures it out and has a productive finish to his career, and more importantly, goes on after his playing career and is a productive citizen. So I wish him nothing but the best. But Tennessee needs to move on with guys that want to buy in 100% and understand that it's a privilege. And I was telling you kind of before the show during the break that this previous coaching staff did a lot to get players here, and they spoiled them. they spoiled them and in some cases, man, hurt them because their expectation is not realistic. The expectation for what you can get from the game of football is not realistic. You can't cheat the game. And there may be perks and things like that given to you based on, your projection of what you can do coming in, but them perks run out if you're not putting in the work and not producing results. And sometimes you can get spoiled and you can relax, you can get comfortable. And that's the worst thing at this level of football, is to be comfortable. It's the worst thing. So Tennessee moves on from Sean Schamberger, who's a good player for us when he was doing what he needed to do. What color you wearing on this weekend, Ben?
Not Tennessee colors.
So you wearing white? Are you gonna wear green? Because that's not any SEC team.
I'll wear a generic T-shirt.
White?
No.
It gotta be white or orange, or you gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
The only white T-shirts I have are Tennessee T-shirts. I don't have just the basic white T-shirt.
Maybe it's time, man, because you don't want to stick out. There's not like press boxes, right? Like footballs. So, I mean, you might have to go to the store. You might have to go to.
Just give me a big white tee.
Just get you a white tee.
Roll in like Jeezy.
Roll in like the franchise boys back in early 2000s when everyone wore those big old white tees. You might need to bust that look today or tomorrow over the weekend. Because if you wear yellow or green or purple, you're gonna stick out, man. Because they checker and kneeling up in here, baby.
But I'm not part of the people checker and kneeling.
You're gonna be sitting with
a member of the media.
Don't matter. You're gonna stand out. The pitchers won't know who's media, who's not. All they're gonna see is dude with yellow shirt.
No, we don't sit amongst the fans.
Steelers shirt.
We're outside, but we have like a layer above the fans.
Just get a white shirt.
No.
And in real small writing, get Go Vols. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain Event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
At Hiller, we care about your family's comfort all year long. If you get caught without air conditioning this summer, we're offering a free service call with any repair. That's a free service call when we do the work on your HVAC system. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your appointment today.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Let's go to the Irish Network's hotline this morning. 865-255-03 is our telephone number. Sounds like we have C-Mac on the line. C-Mac, good morning.
The real is back. The deal is back. And as I just told McKee, I needed to be introduced as the real C-Mac.
The real C-Mac.
Okay.
I apologize, man. I apologize.
Hey, I accept your apology, Swain. I appreciate that. I accept your apology. I accept your apology. But David in Daytona, Mr. David, ma'am, I'm going to need you to fall back. As my little nephew has been saying these past couple of weeks, bag back. Bag back. All right? There can only be one. There's only one audio equivalent to Velvet, and that is me.
Is it Velvet?
Okay? Now that we got that all cleared up.
Y'all both have a deep voice, though. So it's like y'all got like that Conzo.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get that Willie Martinez voice, but you know, I ain't nowhere near there.
No, you got ways to go, man. You gotta drink some.
Yeah,
you
I got
to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day for the next 2 years to get to that level.
You ain't lying. You are not lying, boy. But you know, now we got that little stuff, you know, out the way. You know, make sure Mr. David, put some respect on the name. Y'all were talking about the schedule this morning. You know, I don't think Titans fans should be upset about the schedule. I think it's a pretty fair schedule, fair shake, middle of the pack in terms of strength of schedule. There are quote unquote 3 primetime games for the Titans: a Sunday night game, a Monday night game, and a Thursday night game. I don't know how in the world the Bears managed to get 2 Monday night games, but that's the world we living in, I guess.
Excuse me. What are you trying to say? Ben, did you hang up on him?
Nope. He dropped off.
Was that him dropping the mic or something?
I think he. I don't think he did that on purpose.
C-Mac, how you gonna throw some shade and your phone cut out? I hope C-Mac tries to play it off and tells us that was him dropping the mic. You know how like you out in public and you kind of trip a little bit and you pretend you're doing a layup?
No.
You never done that before?
No.
So you never like tripped?
Nope.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That is a lie. It could be like over a curb or, you didn't see something, you kind of trip over it. You always have to pretend like you're doing a layup. Always. To play it off. I wonder if C-Mac was playing it off.
He's not smooth enough to do that.
I don't know. I hope he calls back in and say, yeah, man, I was just dropping the mic. I want to finish my point. Because he was trying to throw some shade at my Bears and his phone cut out. The reason why the Bears are in prime time, because the Bears is a national brand and the fan base travels. Simple as that. Just like the Steeler fans, just like 49er fans, just like Cowboy fans. Bears fans are right there. I mean, it is what it is. Don't hate. Don't hate. But looking at the Titans schedule here, man, week 1, Cardinals. Week 2, Seahawks. Week 3, Colts. And then it gets a little bit easier. You play the Jets and then the Jags. But the October 18th game, Monday Night Football, against the Buffalo Bills. And then the next week against the Chiefs. And then the next week against the Colts. And then the Rams, Saints. And then, Texans, Pats, Jags. December 19th. December 19th, the Steelers. Week 15. Ben's going to make that trip. Same person that will wear a parka up in here if it's 42 degrees outside. He's going to Pittsburgh December 19th. Hope you got your long johns ready, Ben.
I'll be ready.
That's going to be a good one, man. Titans and the Steelers. C-Mac back?
He is back.
C-Mac, tell me that was you just trying to drop the mic and your phone didn't cut off.
No, I'm trying to prove a point. David in Daytona isn't the only one who can double dip. Just saying. So,
nice.
That was a fadeaway.
Nice.
Jumper.
Nice.
Jumper.
Nice.
But back to the point, back to the subject matter. Can't believe, your terrible Bears got 2 primetime slots on a rookie quarterback. That was technically, before just a couple weeks ago, going to be the Red Rifle, whatever. Andy Dalton, QB1, who still might actually had a job.
Wow. Hey, man, we was on prime time when we had Nick Foles.
I mean, Nick Foles won a championship, though, didn't he?
Yeah, with the Eagles. But the Bears,
one
of the worst offenses, was terrible to watch, honestly. It's kind of like Tennessee still being on CBS.
That is for, good God, Swain, how you going to do us like that, man?
Oh, you don't like that truth? Oh, you like the truth that makes you feel good. You don't like this truth, huh? It's just like Tennessee being on CBS. There's an interest.
Man.
There's an interest.
Not even just on CBS. I don't know if you looked at the schedule very closely, but all those games except for those 3 primetime games for the Titans, they're all at 12 o'clock kicks. All of them.
I mean, it's NFL. Most of them will be.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. We all can't have 18 primetime games like, those Steelers. Ben, I hope you really enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this last ride because they're going to embarrass the hell about, your boy. They want to see him fail. And they want to see him fail on the grandest stage on prime time in front of everybody.
Who's his boy?
Yeah, can you be a little more specific, please? That's what a good caller would do.
Roethlisberger, that washed trash.
Oh, man.
Oh, you mean the same guy that threw for 4,000 yards last year, 33 touchdowns and 10 interceptions?
Yeah, Yeah, the same guy who led, that team to 5 straight losses at the end of the season after going 11-0.
It wasn't Ben
Yeah, that
Roethlisberger. It was the offensive line and the running game that led the Steelers to 5 straight losses at the end of the season.
Something a few weeks ago, almost months ago, that had me perturbed, and I need to bring this back. Dupree, he wouldn't have had the production he would have had if he wasn't lined up next to on the line with, Watt kid. Same thing to be said about, T.J. Watt. Vice versa.
T.J. Watt statistically is the best defender in football right now.
I'm willing to see what he has to offer this year without the assistance of Bud Dupree.
Did you not see what he did this past season after Bud Dupree was injured for the rest of the season?
Man, ain't nobody watching Steelers games, man. Ain't nobody watching Steelers games.
That's false. That's why the Steelers have 5 primetime games, because everybody watches the Steelers games. That's what happens when you're the best professional organization in the NFL.
We're just hoping that, Dobbs gets some burn, and, maybe, by week 3 they decide to, put Big Ben out to pasture. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, if Dobbs starts completing at least 60% of his passes, maybe he'll have a chance.
Oh, hold on now, Ben. Hold on. Hold on. Josh Dobbs slander. Couldn't be me.
And the Steelers didn't lose 5 straight last year. They lost 3 straight.
Did they make the playoffs then?
What's that?
Did they make the playoffs then?
Yes, the Steelers did make the playoffs.
Did they really? Last season?
Yeah, but I mean,
what are you talking about?
They didn't necessarily. They didn't realize they were actually playing in the playoffs when they were playing in the playoffs. So.
I'm just saying, y'all got whooped by the Browns. Come on, man. Real Cleveland, Jimmy's team. That's a doggone shame. Lastly, I saw this really great social media about the Broncos and how they announced.
C-Mac, nobody cares about what you're talking about. Dave Toner just called in and told me to ask you if you want him to send an autograph to your address since you can't keep his name out of your mouth.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, Dave Toner. That was a good comeback right there. Good job, Dave Toner.
And a good point. Everybody wants to call in and can't keep Dave Toner's name out their mouth, yet Dave Toner never says anything about anybody else that calls in.
I mean, folks do have a right to share their opinion on certain calls. So, Nelson says when he trips, he just try to jog it off. T-Mac said he does the fadeaway. I do the layup, man. Left hand layup. Left hand layup. Let's see here. People can talk about they don't like the Thursday game. I personally love it. Tennessee has some exciting games on has some pretty exciting games on weekday games. Yeah, I just don't understand how anybody would have a problem with Tennessee playing on Thursday. To the point where you really, 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 really upset and you're lashing out at, folks and accusing the administration of not knowing what they're doing. Actually, they know exactly what they're doing. It's actually a very, very, very smart move. One thing I thought about, though, is how impressive it is for Karen and Ralph Weekly to coach together and be married. Think about how freaking impressive that is. What if y'all have different opinions?
Which they do.
Hey, sweetie, can I talk to you in the office? Not in front of the players. Because you don't want to argue in front of the kids, right? Let me talk to you. I mean, and does the differences go home from the diamond? Do they go home and it's just a different dynamic, man. Husband and wife duo coaching. But listen, man, they've been at the top of Tennessee athletics for a while, man. Just consistent, very, very consistent. See, Mike, y'all heard my dog crying a little bit, like clockwork. Middle of hour number 2. Middle of hour number 2. Every day this week. 865-255-03. Tennessee slab dab in the middle of mini term. For football, for basketball, I did see where Jordan Powell made his presence felt.
Jordan Powell or Justin Powell?
I say Jordan Powell. Justin Powell. I did see where we had our new Tennessee basketball players moving in, getting ready to get started with their off-season workout and training. So that was good to see.
Yep, Justin Powell and Brandon Huntley Hatfield are officially here.
Let's get it. But mini term is – and I heard where Tennessee wanted players to be able to go home, recharge your batteries, see your people, maybe see your reason why. Understand, the opportunity that you have at Tennessee. I think if you live 2, 3, 4 hours away and you get a chance to go home, during the weekends, during spring ball or during the summer, you don't really need to go home for mini term. But it is good to go home. It is good to get that reminder of, you're living a freaking dream. You're living somebody else's dream. That you have a chance to play in the SEC. You have a chance to play at a place like Tennessee that takes football so serious. But there's another side of going home. You got to make sure you're hanging out with the right people. You can't do what they do. You can't do it. You got too much to lose. But going home sometimes can be a huge motivator. When you see guys used to kick it with in high school and they're not doing anything with their lives right now.
Nothing.
And that just motivates you to get back and get busy so that way you don't end up like them. Because if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, you don't come here, you don't get your degree, you don't make it in NFL, you're gonna be back home with them. That's why you got to leave here with a piece of paper. And we got folks leaving here with two pieces. Brandon Kenny got
3.
Brandon Kenny got a notebook. He got a binder full of papers. So this is a very, very important opportunity for a lot of players, man. You can get ahead in the classroom, basically taking a whole semester and cramming it into 3 weeks. Very, very important, man. Very important. All right, Ben. Tennessee baseball this weekend, Arkansas. What is it going to take? Tennessee did get a win against Vanderbilt, one of the best moments in Tennessee sports history, hitting a grand slam there in the clutch moments. What is it going to take for Tennessee to take an extra step? Not just win one game out of the series, but actually win the series against the number one team in the country. What is it going to take for Tennessee, my friend?
To me, it's going to take Tennessee's pitching staff being even better than they have been all season. Tennessee has a really solid pitching staff with Chad Dallas starting on Friday night. Sets the tone for the weekend, sets the tone for the night with the way that he competes. I've spoken about him before on the show. He's not the guy with the best stuff. He doesn't have the hardest fastball. He doesn't have the filthiest breaking ball, but just the way that he competes is why he is Tennessee's Friday night starter. He sets the tone for not only that game and gets everybody's juices flowing. Tony Vitello has said many, many times that his teammates love playing behind him, love playing defense behind him, and he sets the tone for the weekend. So Chad Dallas, he's going to have to be on point. And then on Saturday, Will Heflin, the senior lefty who pitched well against Vanderbilt, he's going to have a really solid start. Blade Tidwell, the freshman, he had a really nice start this past Sunday against Missouri. He probably has the best stuff out of anybody on the pitching staff with his plus fastball can sit 97. 96, upper 90s with that fastball. He's got to have his breaking stuff on point. His changeup, his slider, it's got to be on point this weekend to keep Arkansas's hitters off balance. So those three guys that I just mentioned, they've been good all season, but in order to knock off Arkansas, number one Arkansas, who their lineup is just ridiculous from top to bottom. Anybody in that lineup can do serious damage. They're all professional hitters. They're going to have to be great. They got to be better than good. They have to be great and put together some masterful pitching performances, and it just doesn't fall on them. The bullpen is going to have to come in and just be an absolute buzzkill to any Arkansas rally or any Arkansas momentum that the Razorbacks may create. Sean Hundley, he looked really good this past weekend against Missouri after a couple of shaky outings. He looked this past weekend like he did the first half of the season when Tennessee was really relying on his arm to just come in and shut the door on opposing teams. So Sean Hundley's got to be lights out. Redmond Walsh has to be lights out. Kirby Cannell, he has to be lights out. Camden Sewell, another guy that has stepped up of late. He's going to have to be relied upon this weekend to throw some big innings. Will Mabry, a younger guy, a lefty specialist, when he's called upon to come in and get a fellow lefty out or get a ground ball, he's going to have to come in and do that. So that's the first thing on my to-do list for Tennessee this weekend, is that a pitching staff that has been good all weekend, it has to be better than good. It has to outperform the way that it has all season. If it can do that and limit the damage that Arkansas's lineup puts up, then they'll have a great chance at winning the series. Tennessee is a really good baseball team. Arkansas is just a great baseball team and probably the favorite, at least in my mind, the favorite to win the College World Series. So they're going to score some runs. It's just a matter of if you can just limit how many runs they score and give the offense a chance to really drive up the pitch counts of the Arkansas pitchers. The pitchers for Arkansas, very good. That's why Arkansas is the number one team in the country. They don't just hit, they pitch. They have a bunch of really good pitchers who are going to play professionally for a long time. And so if Tennessee's pitchers can limit the damage while Tennessee's hitters go to work and do what they've done all season and work counts and drive up the pitch count and get those starters out early on in the game, then they're going to have a great chance to win. And Tennessee's a great defensive team, and they're great fundamentally. So I'm not worried about that. It's just can Tennessee limit the Arkansas damage in terms of Tennessee's pitching staff, and then can they take advantage when they have runners in scoring position? That has been Tennessee's bugaboo this season, is maybe not always coming through with runners in scoring position. I've never seen a team load the bases as frequently as Tennessee does, but also on the opposite side of that, come away with as few runs at certain times as Tennessee does. They are the king of loading the bases and leaving runners on base. So if they can take advantage of their opportunities when they get runners on base and just limit Arkansas's offense, they'll be good to go.
The saying goes, big time players make big time plays in big time games, and I think about 2016 when we beat Florida here, and you had all your stars stepping up. Derek Barnett was creating havoc in the backfield. That couldn't be one of his rough games or off games. Josh Malone had a big time catch and run, but Josh Dobbs was fantastic. He was fantastic. He put the team on his back and just led the troops to a victory. And so I bring that up to ask you, for Tennessee baseball, can we look at one guy or identify one guy that has to step up in this big time series that maybe has done it in the past, maybe have not, but maybe he's Tennessee's best player, but this is the time for him to step up? Is there a player that you look at that needs to step up and be that for Tennessee baseball?
Not necessarily step up, but just continue to do what they've been doing. Because Tennessee's lineup, it's not centered around one person. Like, you look at South Carolina's lineup, and they have a guy, Wes Clark, who just mashes the baseball. And South Carolina's offense kind of goes as he goes. And Texas A&M, their first baseman, designated hitter, his name's slipping my mind off the top of my head. A&M's lineup goes as he goes. That's not how Tennessee's offense works, because Tennessee doesn't have that one great hitter like when they had a Nick Senzel or an Andre Lipsius at the beginning of the Tony Vitello era. They don't have that just one elite, first-round bat in their lineup like some of these other teams do. Tennessee's offense is successful because it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's everybody chipping in and wearing down the pitcher. They do a great job of working the counts, tiring the pitcher, and when that opportunity comes in the 4th, 5th, 6th inning, when that opposing pitcher is mentally drained because Tennessee has worked the counts and made them really work, then that's when somebody, and it's been a different person all season long, that's when somebody has come up with a big hit. But to more specifically answer your question, I look at a guy like Drew Gilbert, who's in the cleanup spot, hitting 4th for Tennessee. He has to have a good weekend, because if he has a good weekend, he makes life easier on Tennessee's 1 through 3 hitters. Liam Spence leads off. Max Ferguson hits second. Jake Rucker hits third. And those are probably Tennessee's 3 best hitters. Liam Spence has by far been Tennessee's best hitter this year. His on-base percentage is like 50 points higher than the second highest in the SEC. He's been absolutely tremendous and deserves SEC Player of the Year consideration. He'll lead things off, and then Max Ferguson, who has as much talent as anybody in Tennessee's lineup, he's been cold at times this season, but's really come on of late and really been productive of late. And then Jake Rucker's been Tennessee's most consistent hitter this season. I believe he's 2nd in the country, 1st in the SEC in doubles. If Drew Gilbert in that 4-hole can hit the ball the way that he has the last 3 weeks, which has led to him winning SEC Newcomer of the Week in 2 out of the last 3 weekends against Missouri, he hit 600. If he can hit the ball like he has the last couple of weeks, that takes pressure off of the 3 guys in front of him, especially Rucker and Ferguson, because the pitcher can't kind of be careful with Ferguson and Rucker because they have somebody coming up that they can get out. They don't have to pitch around Max Ferguson or Jake Rucker and then rely on getting Drew Gilbert out. If Drew Gilbert's tearing the cover off of the ball, which is what he has done, it takes the lineup to a whole nother level, because now that opposing pitcher, they have to attack Max Ferguson. They have to attack Jake Rucker. They give them pitches to hit, and Max Ferguson and Jake Rucker have been hitting those pitches because Drew Gilbert's been a safety net behind them, because, again, that pitcher can't pitch around them and just wait on Drew Gilbert to get to the plate. So I look at kind of the middle of the lineup, Drew Gilbert, Luke Lipsius, Jordan Beck. If they're hitting the ball the way that they're capable of, it makes life so much easier on the top of the lineup, because the opposing pitcher has to come at those guys that I mentioned, Liam Spence, Jake Rucker, Max Ferguson, and then vice versa. It makes life really tough on the pitcher, even more so than it already is. So I look at kind of those middle of the lineup guys as having to produce, because it makes life easier on the guys in front of them. It puts Tennessee's best hitters in a position to succeed, because the Arkansas pitchers will have to attack them. They can't pitch around the zone and try to get Jake Rucker to chase on breaking balls, or Max Ferguson to chase on a fastball, a high fastball, or a breaking ball as well. They have to attack the strike zone, and when pitchers attack the strike zone against Max Ferguson or Jake Rucker, that typically doesn't end well for them. So the guys behind them have to be a safety net for them.
Big time weekend for Tennessee baseball, man. Hosting the number one team in the country, Arkansas, at a time when it's been announced that the stadium will be allowed to be at 100% capacity. Should be a great weekend as far as the weather. I think I checked yesterday. I saw a little bit of rain, but looks like it's not going to impact the game. Looks like 30% chance of rain on Sunday, so it's gonna be some great weather. We got checker Lindsey Nelson, and Tennessee has made that easy for folks to kind of go and see where they're sitting, what colors they're going to be wearing. I mean, there's all kind of perks, promotional things going on with the first 100, 200, 300 folks. So Tennessee administration, man, and Tennessee baseball pulling out all the stops to just create a really great atmosphere for the fans. Remember, this administration, Danny White and company, their focus is fan experience. And I know Neyland Stadium is kind of the first thing people think about, but it's not just Neyland Stadium. It is every sporting event looking at enhancing fan experience. And this looks like it's going to be a fun weekend for the fans. Whether Tennessee wins or lose, everything's kind of set for people to have a good time.
And not just for the fans, that's very important, but also creating an awesome environment for the players. The baseball team deserves this with everything they've been able to do the last 2.5, 3 years. They deserve to have this moment. A guy like Evan Russell, who went through the coaching change and arrived at Tennessee as a walk-on, technically still a walk-on because of how baseball scholarships work. Evan Russell, senior day festivities on Sunday. Won't be the last time that he plays in Lindsey Nelson because Tennessee has a midweek game on Tuesday, and they'll host a regional, hopefully a super regional. So it won't be his last kind of hurrah at Lindsey Nelson. But it's nice for him, last regular season series that he'll play, for him to receive his flowers. He deserves that, and so do the rest of his teammates. So I'm glad that the fans are getting to experience this. But I'm even more happy for the players and the coaches because they deserve this.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Spot on, Ben. Spot on. Hour 2 will continue after this.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit, You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
Bring on the silliness. Bring on the ridiculousness. It's time for what? And Ben, you have one over there.
I do. For anybody who has been on Twitter this week, I would imagine any social media platform, but I've seen it all over Twitter, been somewhat the talk of Twitter this week. You've seen that a tiger in Houston, Texas has been on the loose, and there's been some videos that have gone viral of this tiger, Houston tiger, in a neighborhood. Well, the owner of the Houston tiger was arrested after ditching police in a high-speed pursuit. This article on ABC News reads that when Maria Torres and her sister-in-law got an emergency notification on the Nextdoor app Sunday night, they had to do a double take. It said a tiger was on the loose in a nearby Houston neighborhood. Instead of staying in the house with their doors locked, the two women went on an impromptu safari. They said that we got in the car and went to check it out. When they reached Ivy Wall Drive in West Houston, they could barely believe their eyes. Torres took out her cell phone and started recording several people confronting a striped Bengal tiger, including an off-duty law enforcement officer, backpedaling with his gun aimed at the big cat. Quote, "At first we thought the tiger was walking toward the guys to attack, but we realized that he was just trying to go across the street to the house where they were keeping him. I'm so glad he didn't get shot, but the off-duty cop was very close to doing so. How do you not realize that your pet tiger is missing?" The tiger's owner, identified by police as Victor Hugo Cuevas, 26 years old, was taken into custody Monday night, according to the Houston Police Department. Cuevas allegedly fled the scene with the tiger Sunday night, just as police were arriving. Police said he was charged Monday afternoon with felony evading police. During an earlier news conference, Houston Police Commander Ron Borza said Cuevas was previously arrested in July 2020 and charged with murder stemming from a fatal shooting outside of a sushi restaurant in Fort Bend County, Texas. He was free on $250,000 bail. The tiger is still accounted for. There are so many for what's in this story.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with just simply sticking to the tiger story. This guy gets it for what? For having a pet tiger. I mean, you just think you're just going to live on with this? At some point, the tiger's gonna eat you.
I mean, why?
I don't understand. But on top of having the pet tiger, you get it for what? For losing your tiger. How do you lose a pet tiger? And then, third of all, you went on a high-speed pursuit. You're trying to get away from police with a tiger in your car, and then now the tiger is still unaccounted for, and you're out on bond for murder. What is happening?
Hey, man, that's the last thing I will be doing is causing more attention to myself and breaking the law again. That's the last thing I would be doing.
And then he's just like, video shows him handling the tiger as if it's a dog. Like,
come here, boy.
Bro, it
Come
is
here.
a tiger.
Come on now. Come on
You're
now.
going to get eaten.
Come on now, get in the house. Get in the house. Come on now. It's a tiger, man. It's not a German Shepherd. It's a tiger. All right, my for what goes to a woman in what state? Of course, Florida. 28-year-old woman who wanted to promote her Instagram page attempted to blend in with students at a Miami area high school. Monday's stunt at American Senior High School landed Audrey Quinini
Sounds good.
In jail, where she is facing charges of burglary, interfering with a school function, and resisting arrest without violence. She started handing out pamphlets printed with her Instagram account after sneaking into onto a campus at 8:30 a.m. She basically just was in school, passing out flyers, man, for her Instagram account. She had on a black backpack and carried a skateboard as she walked through the hallways, recording herself. School security tracked her down as she wandered down the hallways while students were in the classrooms, the arrest report said. She told investigators that she was looking for the registration office. Investigators said she was heading towards the office but did not enter. Instead, she continued to walk through the hallways, talking to students. Security officers tried to catch up with her, but she didn't stop. They notified the office of a security threat on campus. The officer spotted her walking across the facility and the faculty parking lot and told her to stop. She continued to walk. Authorities tracked her down through her Instagram page and arrested her Monday at her home. Yo, social media got y'all bugging. Social media has people risking it all.
What's new?
For some attention, for some likes. This woman thought she was Drew Barrymore in the movie Never Been Kissed. She was trying to go back to high school for some Instagram likes. Wow. That's my for what for today. That is my for what for today.
People are crazy, man.
Drew Barrymore, man. She's a grown woman walking up in the high school with a skateboard trying to fit in with a backpack for Instagram.
Folks do anything for the gram.
Man, anything. They will risk it all for the gram. Risk it all. Hour 3 is coming up. We'll go to the Iris Networks hotline. Stay with us.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Hour 3. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Let's get to the phones. Iris Networks hotline, 90 days, no payment for business internet. And we have Turkey Man. Turkey Man, good morning.
Good morning, individual. How we doing?
Good, individual.
There you go. Hey, this cat, this tiger, how long have they had it in this house? Do you know?
How they let it out?
No, how long did they have it in their house?
I have no clue. No clue.
I mean, it looks like the neighbors kind of get. I mean, you think about, taking Ace out to, potty train him and all that's going on. That'd be one big litter box, wouldn't it?
Yep, and I'm snitching. If my neighbor had a tiger, I'm snitching.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like nobody knew.
Can't wait to snitch.
I mean, from the story that you're reading, I mean, it's like, nobody knew that's where it went because they didn't know the neighbor hadn't had a cat. And I was reading, I wondered how long it'd been there. But, how many eggs would Daytona feed the cat like that size? Would it feed a cat? Would it be eggs and salmon you'd feed a cat? I don't know. I'm just thinking, what would you do? Because, number one, I'm thinking that's got to be one big litter box. And how in the world, and what they feed it, I mean, when the big truck that, got the steaks and the hot dogs, hamburgers, and stuff on the side of the road, and he pulls up like an ice cream truck, and they start unloading to feed the kids. They like cookouts,
Yeah, that is a very strange story there, Turkey Man. And thank you so much for your call. That's a strange story right there. A lot of questions. I mean, why would you even want to have a tiger as a pet anyways? Makes no sense at all to me. You're doing too much. You're just doing too much. Just get a dog or cat or goldfish or something, man. Get a gerbil. Get a gerbil. Do that. A pet tiger? No point. No point at all for that. All right, let me hit the text box. Yeah, also, I don't know how they charge her with burglary. Let's see here. What is she? I don't know. Maybe she was taking people's time. She was stealing their time, and then they charge her with that. I don't know. Didn't say that she took anything. It just says that she was charged with interfering with the school function and resisting arrest. Yeah, but the burglary charge, I didn't see where she took anything, unless she stole somebody's pencil or something. I don't know. But still, take your grown self to work instead of trying to get on Instagram posing as a student. It's just weird. Just weird. Randy in San Antonio says my son plays in a football league there. Found out they play the Gators Saturday, and I'll be wearing my Vols gear. I told him if they lose, he's walking home. That's what I'm talking about, man. Sly Dog says, what is going on with the football investigation? Got quiet. I mean, there's not anything to report right now. There will be. Last time we checked, they were wrapping everything up and putting a bow on it and moving forward, trying to determine what is the appropriate punishment for Tennessee moving forward. But when you had players that transferred, they're at new homes now. Finally, Crouch got a new home, and Toto got a new home, and man, folks really like poking the Vols on the Henry Toto stuff, man. I've gotten a lot of interview requests from folks in the other markets to bring me on and talk about Henry Toto, and I'm trying not to have a funky attitude, but I'm just like, guys, like this is it's old to us because he's been in the portal forever. I understand you don't know that, but he's been in the portal forever. He wasn't even in Knoxville. He's taking classes in California. And, folks just think just because he's one of Tennessee's best players that he's going to be some big impact player at Alabama. Dude, he's not even going to play at first at Alabama. He might not even start at Alabama. The story here is not the fact that Henry Toto transferred from Tennessee and he's going to rival. The story is about interconference transferring. That's the story. Because that is a potential problem. I don't care how people want to try to turn it and twist it, and that is a problem, and we know it. We know in the SEC that if guys are just allowed to transfer without penalty from one school to another, that it's going to be a problem. We all know that. But there's no way to separate from allowing a kid to do that and allowing a kid to transfer, outside of conference or to another school and not sit out. Like, there's no way to make a different rule. Like, it's going to be tough. I'm going to dread, and I don't know how I'm going to act on here if it's one of our players. But imagine during the season, you're being recruited by an SEC school. Like, that's what's going to happen. It's going to happen. Joe says, I may have missed it, but did you see that the South Carolina president resigned? I did see that he turned in his resignation, but then the school, denied it. Ben, what was the latest on that? Did you see? I know you saw that as well.
Yes, and then it came out last night that he did resign.
So he officially did?
Yep.
Yeah, when we put that on for what, man? I just didn't see how would you keep a president that plagiarized his commencement speech publicly. Like how do you maintain your credibility as an institution if you kept him? And the fact that he tried to resign and y'all did not let him resign makes me question things even more. Like, he had to resign. Have to. There's no way to spin that thing. No way.
Yeah, I don't understand how you could keep a president after he copies somebody else's work, plagiarizes, and all throughout high school, all throughout college, every single one of us was preached to about no plagiarizing, how wrong plagiarizing is, the severe punishments that could come down from plagiarizing. Everybody who has ever been to school has heard about plagiarizing 1,000 times in high school and in college by academic people at all levels. They preach on that constantly. And then for you to keep a president that did plagiarize, when Lord knows how many people you've kicked out of school for plagiarizing, that would be a really bad look.
Very bad. Very bad.
And like I likened it to your thoughts on the Kentucky coach that you had earlier in the week, the one that had a DUI, and you weren't speaking just to the Kentucky football coach, but you were speaking to coaches that get in trouble. Their punishment should be more severe for what they do, even if it's the same thing that a player does. Like, if a player gets a DUI, it probably a couple game suspension.
Yeah, I mean,
if that, yeah, if that.
I mean, unless you're Alabama, it's probably like just
nothing.
Can't do warm ups.
Yeah, you can't. You don't get this month's tattoo money. But if a coach does it, their penalties should be severe because they're a coach. They're a mentor. They're supposed to be guiding these young men and mentoring them and helping them make great life decisions. And so that Kentucky coach should face a pretty severe punishment because he's an adult. He's supposed to be mentoring his players. And I felt like that applied to the South Carolina president incident as well. If a student could potentially get kicked out of school for plagiarizing, then somebody who constantly preaches that you can't plagiarize and is the head of the university,
yeah, man,
like, you can't keep your job.
You can't do that. You can't do that at all, man. You can't at all. JL says my sister has 2 monkeys, for real. So JL's sister has 2 pet monkeys. Wow. Henry Riddle says, tighten up, Ben. Good morning, Henry. JL also says he has a place right downtown in Pittsburgh that you can stay for the game.
Ooh.
So there you go. JL got you taken care of, Ben.
That'd be nice.
You got the hookup. Got the hookup. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, Melissa, Terry, Susan.
I know her.
Oh. Josh says Netflix made a whole documentary about how that type of ish isn't smart. Yeah, Tiger King. Yeah, just not a good idea to be having tigers in your house. Not a good idea at all. We'll take a quick timeout. Hour 3 is powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com.
Brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Home service problems occur, even at the most inconvenient times, like during a health crisis. And Hiller is always here to help you 24/7. As people are social distancing and staying at home on workdays, it's an easier time to take care of home maintenance items that you feel are necessary. And we've put new safety precautions in place, like wearing gloves, avoiding physical contact, new sanitation protocols, and limiting time in your home. We're here for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Daddy and Barbecue. Man, it's already Thursday. Wow, man.
The fourth best day of the week.
Already Thursday. What's the first?
Sunday. The Lord's Day.
Okay.
And I like Sunday because that Sunday most weeks the chill afternoon, kind of prepare for the week.
Okay.
Saturday's the second best day of the week.
All right.
Friday's the third.
Okay. And Thursday's the fourth.
Wednesday's the fifth. Thursday's the sixth best. And Monday, I'll go glass half full. Not the worst day of the week, but the seventh best day of the week.
There you go. We'll take it. C-Mac says, but King, you'll talk about the 7 Yankees having COVID right now. Dang shame. That's nothing to be giving somebody crap about, C-Mac.
And really, they have 7 Yankees in quarantine right now and have still been winning. Last 2 days, they've had 7 players in quarantine, and they've still won against the Rays. And remember a couple weeks ago when y'all were messing with me about the Yankees being in last place? Second worst record in the American League. Remember that?
No.
Oh, no. You're going to remember.
I remember giving you crap about the Yankees having the worst record. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you do remember.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, okay. Well, they no longer have the worst record. And, in fact, are now just a game out of first place in the AL East.
Nice comeback. I mean, your teams really have been doing a good job in the regular season.
8-2 in their last 10 games. They've been a game away from the World Series the last 3 years. That's pretty good postseason success. Not the postseason success that we would like to have, and it's still considered a failure. But for every other team in baseball, for the most part, making it to Game 7 of the ALCS, a game away from the World Series, that's considered a success. Your White Sox would throw a parade for even making it to the championship series.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. Donovan21 says, I am ready for the Kentucky game. 34-7 is something I have not forgotten. Hopefully the players have not either. And it's funny that these 2 text messages came in because I had a question for our listeners. I had a question for you. ATL VFL says, who is going to be Florida's quarterback this year? Loss of Trask, Pitts, and Tony may give us a chance. So I look at last year's record. We understand it was not great, 3-7. Which game? And obviously you want to say like Alabama, but really, come on, let's be realistic. Which game would you consider your number one revenge game? A team that Tennessee lost to last year, and you want revenge this year, but it has to be somewhat realistic too.
Well, first, real quick, T-Vols89 says, Ben, it's the beginning of May. Slow down. Even if they did make it to the playoffs, they going to choke. That's cool. I agree that it's the beginning of May. But don't mess with me in the beginning of April, 15 games into the season, and then say something to me when I give it back to y'all a month later. That's all I'm saying.
That's a good point.
And they probably will choke in the playoffs because my teams hate me.
Well, here's the thing I will say about this. In your defense, your team is one of those teams that not winning the World Series is considered a failure. Mm-hmm. And there's only a few teams that can say that. That means that you are a victim of your own success. You are legendary. You have experience having a dynasty. And, yeah, like I would love to get to that point where all of my teams that I root for, if we don't win the whole deal, it's a failure. You know, when Tom Brady's with the Patriots, that's what it was like. When Peyton Manning was with the Colts, that's what it was like. Because you get to a certain point of your career where it ain't good enough just getting to the show. It ain't just good enough getting close. You know, LeBron, you know, Kobe, Jordan, if you ain't winning a championship, the season is a failure. And I can't wait to get to that point. I remember when we were having this conversation about expectations leading up to the basketball season. And we were like, yo, Elite Eight or bust. And, some folks kind of scared to say that. No, I'm not afraid of failure. I'm not afraid of it because that means the bar is high. Like Volstorm and I were kind of joking on Twitter when I was sharing the fact that 2004 we had the Sunday night game. It was different. You were playing a inferior opponent in UNLV, and I was talking about how cool that is as far as exposure and all that stuff, and I compared that to the 2003 start where it was like 100-something degrees outside, people falling out, and I think Travis Cabbage made a smart remark, or Volstorm. He was like, both of those games will be coming off of a disappointing season.
Travis Cabbage and Volstorm making a sarcastic comment, they would never do that.
Yeah, he's like, 04 and 21 games played outside of Saturday against an inferior opponent coming off a disappointing season. I was like, yeah, we won like 9-10 games, and it was a disappointing season. That's a good thing. I can't wait to be disappointed after only winning 9 games around here. I can't wait for that. That's when you know that you're doing something. Rick Barnes, his basketball program, it's a failure that you don't make it to the Elite Eight. Oh, that means that you have raised the bar. The bar used to be, hey, man, we got to a tournament. Yes, we made it to the tournament. Oh, my gosh, we won a game in the tournament. Yes. Now it's Rick Barnes, man. We're paying him $5 million, and he got to get to Elite Eight. That's a good thing that the bar has been raised. Raise that bar. So, in defense of you, Ben, you guys have a high bar there with the Yankees. It's high.
It is. My revenge game is the Kentucky game. Now,
how could it not be?
Well, because they're not Alabama. That's the team that I want Tennessee to beat the most each and every single year.
They ain't beat Alabama.
Correct, but
I said realistically.
I don't think you did, but whatever.
I did say realistically. You wasn't listening. I said realistically. I said Alabama. Forget about that. Being realistic.
I know. I would say Kentucky though, just because I still have the belief that, and I truly do not mean to rail on the kid. I know it's commonplace to bring up JG and trash JG, and this is not meant to pile on like most like to do on social media, but it is my genuine opinion that Jarrett Garantano single-handedly lost Tennessee football that game. I know the score was 34-7, but Jarrett Garantano single-handedly flipped that game on its head. Tennessee football was moving the ball down the field practically the entire first half. Kentucky's offense could not do anything for 3 quarters. They couldn't move the ball for 3 quarters. Even into the third quarter, Kentucky's offense was not doing anything with Terry Wilson at quarterback. They were not. Tennessee's defense was actually playing well in that football game for 2.5, 3 quarters. And then because of the offense, more specifically Jarrett Garantano, the defense wore down. It kept being put in horrific spots. And it by that point in the game, it just wasn't JG. JT Shrout came in and also threw an interception. But the offense continued to put the defense in horrific spots, and eventually the dam broke. And I don't fault the defense for that game, because it's not their fault that they tired down late in that game. And it wasn't until late in the game that Kentucky's offense started moving the ball, and then it was a byproduct of Tennessee's offense putting Tennessee's defense in bad spots. It wasn't anything Kentucky's offense was doing special. Tennessee's offense wore Tennessee's defense down. And Tennessee was moving the ball in that first half as well. So Kentucky fans have been bragging about their ginormous win over Tennessee, when in reality they won because of Jarrett Garantano. Tennessee football had one of the worst seasons in Tennessee football history, and the only reason they beat Tennessee inside of Neyland Stadium for the first time in 69 years was because Jarrett Garantano could not stop throwing the football to them. Jarrett Garantano single-handedly lost Tennessee that football game. It wasn't because Kentucky as a team was overwhelmingly better than Tennessee's team. That was not the case because the evidence was on the field. Again, Tennessee's defense played really well for 3 quarters. Tennessee's offense, when Jarrett wasn't throwing picks, was moving the ball up and down the field. So that's why it's my revenge game, because I don't think the final score was indicative of how the game went down. Tennessee actually looked like the better team for 3 quarters, aside from the quarterback position, aside from one individual. Everybody else was doing their job except for the most important position in all of sports, and as a result, it led to a 34-7 beatdown. So I do pin that one game on Jarrett Garantano, and I don't think it's reflective of what Kentucky fans actually think took place. So that's why it would be my revenge game.
Man, I'm over here. I'm trying to see if there's another game outside of the Kentucky game, because I think the Kentucky game is really easy to point to be honest, because it was a game where you felt like you shot yourself.
Yep.
Like, you shot yourself. Like, you didn't really shoot yourself. Come on, you did in Georgia. I mean, you missing blocks and things like that. But like, Georgia's more talented than you, so like they kind of forced you into some of those, most of those mistakes. But like Kentucky, it's like there's no way that they're 28 points better than us. Like Georgia, yeah, they 3 touchdowns better than Tennessee. If we play this team, like if we play this team every single year, and I'll just be different here. I'm not saying it's Kentucky. It's not Kentucky, because I think Kentucky is probably the number one answer. But I'll just mention another one here, and I'll mention Arkansas, because Arkansas, like, the thing about the Arkansas game is for a half, you were better. Mm-hmm. And then the second half, you were not. Obviously, we lost the game. But with Kentucky, it was like from the opening snap, we just was in a funk. And just, you mentioned it. The quarterback position lost the game. So if we played Arkansas again this year, I would say, yeah, man, Arkansas revenge game. But yeah, it got to be Kentucky, man. I got to agree. I gotta agree with my man here on the text box for sure. I'm pretty sure Donovan lives. Do you live in Kentucky, Donovan? Just wondering.
I would throw in, and you just mentioned the Arkansas game. I agree on the Arkansas game. I would throw in Arkansas and Auburn, because I don't feel like those two games, like Arkansas game, Tennessee was on its way to winning that game until Jarrett got hurt. They were. They were. Jarrett wasn't doing anything special in that game, but with Jarrett in the game, the defense at least had to somewhat respect him trying to push the football down the field. When Tennessee threw Harrison Bailey into the mix, that completely went out the window. They stacked the box, and Tennessee could not run the football in the second half the way that they could in the first half. And to me, that was a correlation of JG getting hurt and having to come out of the game, because Harrison Bailey at that point, because he had barely played, was dinking and dunking, and Arkansas's defense was pressuring him and trying to load the box and force him to throw it over their heads. But Tennessee,
his first major throw as a quarterback in college was a 4th down throw.
Yes.
I mean, that's a terrible position to put a true freshman in. Yes. I got another game.
Well, then just to finish my thought on Auburn, JG, I felt like Tennessee was on track to win that game late in the third quarter until he threw that pick 6 to smoke Monday.
Yeah, I like Auburn too, man. I like Auburn because that would have been a win versus a top 25 team at the time. Mm-hmm. Kentucky wasn't ranked. Auburn was ranked. Arkansas wasn't ranked, but Auburn still was at 23. And that game was a lot closer than what the score the final score looks like. I mean, it's 13 points, but, I mean, you gave up a pick six. As bad as of a throw it was, the coaching was as atrocious, maybe even worse than the throw. And that falls right there at the feet of Jeremy Pruitt because he's the one who basically bullied Chaney to call that play when it's not even a red zone play. They didn't even practice it that much during the week. They don't practice it during the week because it's not an open field play. I mean, it's not a red zone play. It's open field play. So that's why, that's what happened. So those are 3 games for me, man. And I wanna. C-Mac says, Swain, what do you mean? We lost every one last year. No, the point is, which team that Tennessee lost to do you want revenge over that is actually realistic this year? Like realistic. Realistic is the key word here because realistically, I'm not expecting to beat Georgia. I'm not expecting to beat Alabama. I'm not expecting to beat Florida. But realistically, there's a chance to beat Kentucky. And because we don't play Arkansas, we don't play Auburn again, it's Kentucky. It's Kentucky for me.
I'm changing my answer.
Who is it?
Not Kentucky. Not Auburn or Arkansas. Obviously, it can't be Auburn or Arkansas because Tennessee doesn't play those 2 teams this year. Takes the cake for me. Ole Miss. I want to beat Lane Kiffin down for how he left Tennessee.
It's changing it.
When he left for USC. That is my revenge game.
We didn't lose Ole Miss last year.
I don't care. To me, this is not about wins or losses. That's the type of revenge I want this year. I want to beat down Lane Kiffin for leaving to go to USC, for him walking in to Neyland Stadium as Alabama's offensive coordinator and doing the charade that he did during that game and all those backhanded compliments and comments that he's made.
He's just throwing shade at Coach Fulmer.
I want Tennessee to beat the brakes off of Lane Kiffin for what he did in 2009, leaving in the middle of the night to go to USC. That is the revenge game that I want. I don't care about anything that took place last year.
Of course, C-Mac said it. So y'all can't follow directions. You and C-Mac.
You didn't say it had to be a loss last year.
I did say that.
No, you didn't.
I said a revenge game that you lost last year that realistically you have a chance to win this year. That's exactly what I said.
Tennessee has constantly taken an L to Lane Kiffin for every year he has been gone. Lane was making comments on Twitter when he got Hudson Wolf, making comments on Twitter.
Nobody care about Hudson Wolf. Tennessee wasn't crying about Hudson Wolf anyway.
Lane does. I want revenge on Lane Kiffin. That is my final answer. I don't care what your question was or how you worded the question. That's my final answer, and I'm sticking to it. Ole Miss.
You and C-Mac, if y'all were in the same class, will have to be separated. Because y'all two get together, and no one can get anything done. No one can be productive. You can't do a productive show and have a question and have people answer the question in between the lines without you and C-Mac changing it.
I want revenge on Lane Kiffin. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Let's get to Vol Storm. Vol Storm, good morning.
You can say whatever you want to, but Ben stole my answer.
That's not the question.
I don't care about your question.
I see y'all don't.
It's revenge.
Y'all changing the question.
Revenge.
From last year's season, the 7 L's that Tennessee took last year, which team do you want revenge on that you realistically could get it?
We'll get Kentucky. I'm not worried about Kentucky.
You ain't worried about Kentucky?
Should
I am.
No.
You should be.
I ain't.
Whatever.
They're still Kentucky. The game I really want is Ole Miss.
Technically, that is realistically getting revenge this year.
Yes. Yes.
Because you have a chance to play Lane Kiffin
answer to the
and
question.
to beat him this year. You can realistically get payback on him this year for what he did in 2009.
What about what he did last year? Because that's the question. Did we lose to Lane Kiffin last year? No.
This is the first time we will have faced Lane Kiffin as a head coach since he left in the middle of the night.
You know what? You, C-Mac, and Ben Y'all need some Adderall.
Matter of fact, put Arkansas State on the schedule.
Okay, can we throw Georgia State on the schedule?
Oh, Lord. Y'all need some Vyvanse.
Forget Bowling Green. Now that we have Saturday open, how about to appease both the Thursday night and the Saturday night crowd, we play Bowling Green on Thursday night, and then we play Georgia State on Saturday night so we can get that revenge as well.
Can't take y'all nowhere, man. Can't have nice things. Can't take y'all nowhere. Y'all got to stay home.
I mean, come on. What has cut deeper?
Lane Kiffin.
That's 2009.
I hold grudges. You know this, Swain. And Volstorm does too. He admitted it recently, I
Oh,
believe.
damn straight.
I'm not upset at Lane Kiffin for taking his dream job. Revenge?
Plus, we had to watch his smug little face on the Alabama sideline.
Yes. Throwing up his hands in the air when he was throwing
Throwing
that
his
pass
hand, yeah.
to Amari Cooper.
Beautiful play call.
Shut up!
It was a great play call, man. Put him in motion, kind of hit him. He was wide open, man. I was on the sideline. That was pretty good play. So, wait a minute. Didn't you want Lane Kiffin to be the coach here at Volstorm?
Yeah, and he didn't take it, so I want revenge.
That's the reason why you want revenge. Well, he wasn't offered the job.
If you're on the other sideline, you are the enemy, regardless.
Oh my gosh. T-Vols 89. We didn't play BYU last year. Vaughn Birmingham says, y'all all know Volstorm Ben were both on the bring back Lane train.
Yes, I was.
I was on the Jeff Monken train.
But we didn't get him, so now I can go back to my old grudge.
I only hate you when I don't love you.
GBO says, I'm with Volstorm. Let's play the Giants, the New York Giants.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, have Pruitt go down to, was it Valdosta High School? We'll play them.
Yeah, let's play Valdosta as well.
There's not going to be a chance to get any revenge on Pruitt, man, because he's not going to be coaching in college anytime soon. No revenge.
Well, I'd say there are universities across America that are thankful for that.
Yeah. The only revenge we can get against Pruitt is beating Alabama. That'll really hurt him deep down in his core.
I think that would cure a lot of ails.
For sure. For sure.
Hey, in my defense, I confused 03 and 02 when I made that tweet.
Oh, when you said
when I said coming off a disappointing season, even though the bowl game was a disappointment.
Yeah. The 02 season, well, that's when Casey got hurt and Kelly wasn't out there. He was hurt too, and wound up playing in the Chick-fil-A Bowl against Maryland, and that was a beatdown, and yeah, man, that was a stretch where Former got a lot of flack for the. It's kind of a victim of your own success. You had all these NFL players, but when it's bowl season, when it's bowl time, and it's not like a championship, man, guys think about the NFL. I mean, guys are making arrangements for the agents and where they're going to go after the game, and man, the focus just wasn't there. And I remember we played.
Well, we went from playing in Atlanta to not having a winning season.
Was 02? Was 02 not a winning season?
01 is where we went to Atlanta. 02 is where we had the losing season.
It was a losing season?
I believe so.
Man, you don't have a losing season being able to play in a Chick-fil-A Bowl. 8-5. It was 8-5.
Oh, okay.
See, but 8 games in the win column feels like you had a losing season. That's where I speak about the bar being at a certain level.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we would kill for 8 wins now.
With the Yankees and the Steelers?
Yep, with the Yankees. Not the Steelers.
Steelers are the same way. Don't win a Super Bowl, it's a failed season. That's a fact.
Guys, before I go,
Not an opinion.
you know, I don't blame JG for his orange and blue color blindness because the other team did have it on checkerboard. See you, boys!
That's a good one.
C-Mac says, when we going to get revenge on Georgia State? Man, when Danny White schedules the game, we got to schedule that one.
Tony Vitello already got revenge on Georgia State
That
this
ain't,
year.
no, I want football revenge.
I feel you.
I want football revenge. That's what I want. You, C-Mac, Volstorm, y'all are a problem when y'all get together. Volstorm talking about 02's a losing season. Well, it wasn't a losing season.
Maybe you should just look in the mirror and think more like Volstorm, C-Mac, and myself.
No, I like to stay on track with the question.
Maybe you need to ask better questions.
No, maybe I need to listen.
Maybe you just need to ask better questions. Maybe you need to be a better fan and not forgive Lane Kiffin for what he did.
Happened over a decade ago.
So
I'm good.
As Volstorm said, this is the first time Tennessee has had an opportunity to get revenge, true revenge on Lane Kiffin. So if Tennessee plays Butch Jones in 20 years, Tennessee won't be able to get revenge on him?
You would, but
But
I'm not saying it's not a revenge game. Like, I'm just saying that wasn't the question. And I'm also saying that I ain't bitter at Lane. I'm not mad at Lane like that.
Shame on you.
I'm not.
That's a you problem.
Nope. I'm not mad.
You're not going to blame Volstorm, C-Mac, and I and say that we're stupid because you feel differently about Lane Kiffin.
I didn't say that.
You practically said it.
You got hearing problems
said
today.
It without saying it.
You got hearing problems today. Swain Event, be right back.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 Barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Hour 3 powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Mocha Jones 10 says, I got to go with Ben with Ole Miss. Matthew says, hey guys, I want to get your opinion on the Henry T move to Bama. Also want your opinion. Do you feel like Tennessee is not getting those guys who take pride in the T and would run through a wall for Tennessee? Matthew was at Tennessee from 98 to 02. I just felt like we had the guys that we had would do anything for the T and had pride to be involved. Guys knew the rivalries and just knew what it was like to be involved. My opinion on Henry T is, hey man, I couldn't transfer to a team that I played against. I consider a rivalry. I couldn't do that, but I guess these guys are different today. They feel like they should have went there in the first place, is what Dad said. He's going there. I don't think he's going to make much of a ripple in the water in Alabama. I think he'll struggle to start and play a significant role there. As far as Tennessee not getting guys to take pride in the T, well, they don't understand it. They don't understand. I mean, when they come here, what bar are they looking at? What bar are they trying to reach? Because when I got here, it was 2 years after. Well, it was 1 year removed from having a chance to play a national championship game. And there was guys on that team from the 01 season. So you had guys on that team that got a taste of being at the top of college football, that was playing at a high level, that understood what it meant to go into places and have instant respect, and teams entering in the stadium and they feared this place. Like, I had guys on my team that would share stories. Like, I had Rashad Baker. I had Jabari Greer. I had, Michael Munoz, Constantine Richmond, Scott Wells, Casey Clausen. Like, the Clausens were like the first family, the first teammate that like brought me in. Me, Meach, Brett Smith, Clausen, man, we went to the strip, went to lunch. So I learned quick. While we were here. Like, yo, you here because like I need some receivers. And we learned from the Clausens, Casey, like, yo, this is where we were. This is what we're trying to get back to. With last year, the 02 season, I was hurt. Like, we had people on our team that tasted it, that wanted to get back. And so they understood what it meant. But you got to think about the players who are entering Tennessee now. Who's grabbing them and letting them know about the expectation? Where is the bar? And then you have a whole team and not a lot of leaders. Like, there's some dudes on our teams that man, if you didn't do what you're supposed to do, like, you were afraid that they're going to beat you up. You weren't afraid of the coaches. You were more afraid of the guys in the locker room putting their hands on you. So that's what's happened, Matthew. I mean, these high school players, they've seen Tennessee lose. So why would they come in and have the same respect level and pride that players had back when you went to school between 98 and 02? They're not. Because there's not a standard. Like, I would talk to Joey Kent, you know, I was trying to make guys like Joey Kent proud. Joey was trying to make guys like Carl Pickens proud. There's a bar. When T. Martin came in, he had a chip on his shoulder. He was trying to prove to the world that he was just as good as Peyton at that time. And he didn't want to disappoint the person that played before you because they played at a high level. But somewhere along the line, that's been broken. And if I had to put my finger on it, it probably was around 2009. Even more reason for you being to get revenge on Lane Kiffin. But around 2009, because you had some guys still left over from Fulmer's tenure. So you had guys like Monterio that understood. They were young pups, in 2006 when we played at championship level at some points of the season. Especially at the beginning when we had Florida on the ropes and Florida went on to win the championship. So probably 2010. That's probably when, like, the torch was dropped. Like, the baton was dropped. Yeah, all these new guys come in the 2009 class. And then a bunch of them left. And then a new coach come in. So that's when it dropped. That's when it dropped right there. Now that I think about it. That's it. So I hope that answers your question, Brandon. Or Matthew, excuse me. How do you change it? Same way Johnny Majors did when he came in. You got to build it, man. You got to build it. And you got to let them know about Tennessee. You got to educate them. You got to understand. You got to have history lessons. You got to raise the bar. You can't drop it for anybody, anytime. That's what Hypo seems to be doing. So that's what you got to do. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain. Hope you have a great day. Tomorrow's Friday. Hope you are joining us Friday morning, 7 a.m. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.